All right, who was busted ass during the, of course, DA?
Like, you were hitting those sounds. I had Panda before the show.
That'll do it.
The super greens, too.
That'll do it.
Oh,
yeah.
There were little super green particles all over that place. All over that toilet.
Can you try to hold it next time so it doesn't come out during the
hell no,
the DT rap that has gone famous around the world?
Has it gone famous around the world?
It has. It's
Is that why?
Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, is that why those people broke out so they can come and meet you from the Florence prison? Oh,
you know,
makes sense.
it always reminds you that you are in Arizona when we have a prison break, and Arizona does a prison break like no other prison break. When you break out of prison in Arizona, you really do the wild, wild west. They tried to hold up, a convenience store or something like that.
Did they really?
They look like they never changed their clothes.
They didn't.
They probably tried to pick up a couple of women on Van Buren, but they couldn't tell if it was a woman or a man because of the mask.
Very common. Very common.
Wait, there was a prison break?
Yeah.
There was only a whole TV series about it.
No, there was a recent prison break.
Oh, I was talking about that TV show back in the day.
No, I'm talking about the recent prison break that happened here in the state of Arizona.
I know. They caught them in an open field. Did you see the tape?
I thought that was the Flash.
Weren't moving like the Flash. Did you see that? It was slow-ass people running through the freaking open field. No, it was nothing. There was dirt. And they're trying to hide and run from the police. It made absolutely no sense.
That's what proves that there is the wild, wild west in Arizona. The wild, wild west where you literally, it's a scene from a movie where the two escaped convicts, or what are they called?
Convicts.
Convicts are running through.
It doesn't sound right though.
A
convict.
The convict. What's the word?
Convict music. Oh, convict.
Convict. No, that's convict. Like going through court to be convicted.
No, I just did the Akon thing. Convict music.
Okay, so
I know Akon.
You know Acorn or Akon?
Don't talk about Acorn or Robin Hood or any of that crap.
But they're literally running through a field, just an open desert field. No matter how big this city gets, we still have some open desert fields where what were they planning on? Yeah, what were they planning on doing? You know what I mean? It's like City Slickers out there where they actually literally tape City Slickers here in Arizona.
Oh, the Three Amigos?
Oh, the Three Amigos, yeah.
Charlie Sheen, right?
Yeah.
Leave it to DJ to get it right.
Shorts? I don't know.
One of those. Does it open up to a larger suite? But but I love it when there's a prison break because it gives some more excitement. We don't have the election anymore. We have normal political news now.
Boring.
So of course these two guys and whatever and thank you DA for researching what jail they broke out of during the show. Break out of this jail to give us something to talk about.
It was the Florence prison.
Was it Florence?
It was Florence.
You could ask me. DT used to be a CO there.
Wasn't DT's? Isn't that DT's old stopping ground?
DT, hold on. I see you're trying to do like shtick, and I'm the one that does the shtick. You're the serious that usually goes along with Corey. I'm the one that says stupid crap like, "Oh, Florence Nightingale." That makes no sense. That's me. If you step on me, I have nothing. I'm not gonna side with that fat ass.
I just remember that Florence was moving on up, and I felt like so did these prison break people.
It's always exciting.
I see out of a glass bottle again, bro. Dang.
I see.
It's always exciting when we get a prison break because it's like that's what Arizona seems. You don't ever hear about prison breaks like I think maybe because they're in Arizona, our prisons are on the outside of our cities. Isn't
on the outskirts?
Yeah, doesn't some cities have prisons like across the street from schools and stuff?
Oh yeah, the schools are the prisons.
They really are. Didn't they make a show about this? Oh,
Recess.
I think it was called like Breaking Bad. Was it Bad for Breaking? Or was that Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo?
The second one.
Jesus. To Electric Boogaloo. I love it when we have a prison break because sometimes they get far. I mean, these guys made it all the way to what? They were caught in Coolidge, weren't they? Were they caught in Coolidge, Arizona?
I think they were caught in Florence, like right across the street from the prison.
Oh, so they just didn't do nothing.
Let's do some fact checking.
They were probably just running with their members in their hand because one of the other guys saw a coyote and they had just had burritos at the bus stop, so they were just running and peeing with their members in their hands.
And see, I didn't see that they tried to rob a business. It's wild.
Right. I said that it wasn't in a convenience store or something.
Yeah, it looked like a 7-Eleven or something.
See, that's how Arizona jail breaks happen. You
but time
bust out
out
of jail and you go to and rob a convenience store because you need money to get on the bus to get across the border. That's how jail breaks happen in Arizona.
Actually, it was the Green Tree Inn. It's less than a mile from the state prison.
Oh, they were dumb.
Obviously not. They didn't get caught there.
And it was they were out for a week?
What? What? They didn't even have a gun.
Of course not. It's the Wild Wild West, baby. We don't need no gun.
And did you know that one was a child molester serving 35 years? The other one was a 100-year sentence for kidnapping and burglary. And one of them has escaped before.
Okay, what are they doing out there in Florence? Are they leaving the door open? What is Florence taking the Motel 6 approach? Are they leaving the light on? What's going on out there in Florence? Florence is in the middle of nowhere.
First of all, if they were captured in Coolidge, that's not that far from Florence. It's only 10 miles.
That's true.
So.
Oh yeah, and they were captured in Coolidge.
See, I got my facts straight. Thank you, fact checkers.
Yeah, so that's only 10 miles. It's a 15-minute drive. So,
but it's like a 45-minute walk.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
so,
but
also,
yes,
you got to remember Florence Prison is broken up into different sections. You have South Unit, which is a sex offender yard. You have Central Unit, which is the level 5 lockdown facility. You have Casson, which is the detention center. You have North Unit, which is, I believe, level 3. And then you have East Unit, which is the 1s and 2s, which is very open. So
does DT think we're taking a quiz?
No, I love it when he drops his knowledge because I've never been in prison before.
Yeah, you're in your own type of prison, though.
So South Unit's is pretty much locked down because they're trying to keep people out of South Unit because South Unit has all the sex offenders and sex offenders are
they're targeted.
Yeah,
but they don't target each other.
No, not really.
Why would you keep all the sex offenders together? Like, aren't they gonna have sex?
No, the sex offenders want to. I don't want to break this down to him because it's something that's banned from being discussed on the show. We're not going to break down what sex offenders want.
The Central Unit is called the Walls. It's literally level 5 lockdown facility. That one you're not getting in and out without a officer with you.
Murderers and people like DA.
Look, I don't want to belabor that last point, but it's not. It doesn't say explicitly what the sex offense was. He could have been sodomizing men. And now you got him around other men trying to sodomize other men.
That's true. But the thing is typically when you are given a sex offense, everyone pretty much assumes that you are a chomo.
Yeah.
And as soon as you go on a sex offender yard, you are labeled a chomo.
Yeah, and you're targeted by the other inmates that are in there. And I mean, there's been TV shows and movies and stuff made about this.
You can get a sex offense for public urination.
Yeah, I almost did.
Yeah, DA, you shared that story one time on the show.
Mm-hmm. If you get that and get sent to a sex offender yard, bro, you're labeled a chomo.
Oh, dude.
And then it's screwed. You're done. You can't go to General Pop.
And your tall drink of ass will just be you'll be Cell Block B's bottom bitch before the end of the
Look, Corey, I already know. I'd be taking the ass. I will go in there I'm gonna pop somebody with a tray, and I will get in somebody's booty that night.
Bro, I remember talking with the inmate when I was working there, and he was a South Unit. South Unit does all the cooking, pretty much.
Oh,
so wait, is that the Chomo unit?
Yeah, they would come
They
onto
let
the
the
main yard.
chomos cook.
The chomos
They would.
cook. Of course they do.
Yeah, I'd be
So-
weirded
You know
out
what?
seeing
That's
lick
not-
their fingers.
I'm sorry that I made,
Chomo does not mean gay. Like, I don't know why you did this hand
well,
motion.
I just figured that, they were, they made me some flaglers back there, and then that really sucks that I made that joke. Speaking of the upcoming segment later on in the show.
Maybe. All I know is I was talking to this inmate and it sucked. He got charges pressed on him by the parents of his girlfriend. He was 18. She was 17.
That's it.
They had consensual sex, and now he is labeled a child molester, a chomo, because of having consensual sex with his girlfriend, because her parents found out and pressed charges because she was not of the age of consent.
But you feel bad for him, but he knew the stakes.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta know the stakes. But the interesting thing about these two guys that did escape, when they were picked up by the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office, the most important thing is that when on their way back to the jail, they swung through Burger King and got them burger.
Most important thing is.
Oh, hey, hi. So let me explain to you what's happening right now. So the show is going on. We've started the show, or we might be in commercial right now, but because we've been fighting a lot with YouTube and Vimeo and our other video streaming services, what we've done is we've taken out all of the cool elements, like the intro, the bed music, the commercial breaks, and all that other stuff. So while all that is happening right now, you're seeing this, and it's not the ideal way we want to bring you the show, but it's the best workaround to keep the peace between us and YouTube and Vimeo, even though, we are a broadcast entity and they don't recognize that. But I'm so tired of fighting with them about our music and the fact that we have an agreement to allow us to play certain songs and they don't honor that and But anyway, and they threaten to sue. Anyway, so we've taken all that out. So you're hearing this, or you're seeing this, and it may get cut off at any time, because when we start talking, that's the part YouTube and Vimeo and the other streaming services will allow us to give you. So once we start talking, I'll just go away, and then I'll be back when we go to another commercial, and you'll hear me say the same thing over and over. So it's not our fault. It's just the best way for us to keep the peace, because we're peacekeepers here on Fat Guy Radio Show. And so, yeah, that's where we are. And that's why this is going on. So now I'm like you, just waiting for, the show to come back on, or to start, or wherever we are in the middle of the program. And you got some nice stuff there at your house, or wherever you are. It's kind of cool, just hanging out here in video streaming land. It's me. Show's gonna start, eventually here. Seen any good movies lately? I don't know if that's even appropriate. I'm gonna go check and see if the show started, and then I'll be right back. I'll just stay there. I'm gonna go check and see where the guys are, and then come back and probably say the same thing that I said, because this pre-recorded video will repeat itself. But I'll be back. Oh, hey.
From the BDB Radio Network studios, this is Fat Guy Radio Show featuring Corey Blaze with Daniel Taylor and Doug Andrew. Counting the hours until the buffet opens. Here's our host, Corey Blaze.
What was that, DA?
You didn't hear about T.I. today?
No, what happened to T.I. today?
We talked about the chomos.
Oh no! Listen, folks. Listen,
it got bad.
Listen, you're
Fix it in post.
No, we ain't fixing it in post. Listen, folks. These intros are cut sometimes days if not a week before. So please
Don't cancel us.
Please
cancel
don't send
us.
us any letters. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen.
And it's all allegedly. I mean, the 16-year-old is probably like 25.
Well, I mean, Dia, you made like a freaking the world is crashing movement,
is.
and then I was like, what the hell is going on? You threw me all off, and it scared me.
I scared you?
I just used my magic vagina phone and saw that T.I. is facing allegations of sex trafficking women and minors.
And then
I don't.
And then
okay, I gotta find another intro
and
song.
then
There's no way that. Okay, I gotta stop the song. This is never before done.
just fix it in post.
No, listen, I got enough
Didn't we
to
open
do.
it with an R. Kelly song before?
I know, yeah, put on like, I don't know, hit it hard from the back.
We have. All right. We'll do this. All right, ladies and gentlemen. No, that was bad too.
Marky Mark is very problematic.
Very
I'm just
questionable.
Oh God.
He beat up a black guy, an old black guy back in the 80s when he was young.
Can I
Do you have
kill
any
them?
Russell Crowe?
Out
You
in
have any
Boston.
Russell Crowe?
Oh no, I know.
Let's try playing some Aaron Hernandez next.
Oh, I see what you're doing there. What did Russell Crowe do?
He smacked that dude with the telephone.
Oh, you
at
can
the
smack a
hotel.
man. You can smack a man.
never before.
Unprovoked.
Have I
It was
ever-
a hotel manager or something. Just pop.
Never
I've
be-
been slapped unprovoked.
Never before have we ever like been completely thrown for a song to play because an artist has some type of questionable history or questionable past or questionable presence or something. So hopefully we'll find one that no one will be able to question this. All right, ladies
yeah.
and gentlemen, live
That's the jam.
from Arizona, USA, and broadcasting over 79 countries with more than 1 million downloads worldwide. Heard by the best fat addicts. Oops. Do that again so everybody can hear it. Watch your levels, Corey. This is Fat Guy Radio Show, home of Arizona's Hot Talk Radio. I'm joined by our executive producer, Daniel D. Taylor, my co-host, Doug the DA Andrew,
Holla.
and I'm your host, Corey Blaze. Fat Guy Radio Show is an interactive show. We welcome your comments on our live streams. Tweet us your comments to @FatGuyRadioShow. Use hashtag #FatGuyRadioShow. We may read them on the air. You're also welcome to slide into our DMs before, during, or after the show. Follow Fat Guy Radio Show on all popular social media. And today's show is brought to you by our swag merch store, folks. Open now at FatGuyRadioShow.com/store. Our swag merch store is the single most effective way we power this show. Without your continued support of the swag merch store, we lose power to keep this show coming. So I hearken of you to visit our swag merch store. And if you have an idea for something you'd like to see in the swag merch store, hit us up on social media. We want you to care, so share. Shop now at FatGuyRadioShow.com/store. And right here on the tail end of this swag merch store, I just want to shout out our bonus show elite member P1 AK-47. We mentioned her a lot on this show, but you know what? I think she literally single-handedly owns every shirt we have in the swag merch store. And you know what, folks? That type of dedication is something that catches the eye of a lot of people here at Fat Guy Radio Show land. And AK-47, publicly, I just want to say, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you so much. We get that big support. That's what keeps us going. You know what I mean? And we were test baiting some new systems earlier in this week, and we were utilizing our elite group members as the test piglets, and they were privy to some behind the scenes stuff, which is something that you get when you are a bonus subscriber. But AK-47 is just a tremendous supporter of the show, and we it's just stunning what you do, and we thank you for all of that. So welcome to the show.
Shout out AK-47.
Welcome to the show.
Shout out. I know I give you a lot of guff, but we do appreciate you. I'm just messing around.
Now on to the business at hand, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news whenever it feels like breaking, right before we went live today, and it's very rare that we get a breaking news story as such, that it's worth bringing up on the show, but Cicely Tyson gone at 96 years old today.
Mm-hmm.
Reported literally just an hour or two ago. And what was 96 years old? That's a good run, but I was such a huge Cicely Tyson fan. And everything that she did for, people of color in movies and the barriers and stuff that she broke down. But man, right before the show went live tonight, safe home to Cicely Tyson, an African-American movie and television pioneer, and 96 years old. That's a good run.
That's a blessing. That's
a really good run. And what was so weird is that there are so many like celebrity death spoofs on the internet. I think Bill Cosby dies at least 3 times a year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so I Googled, just to make sure that this was what was really happening. And it was weird that when I pulled up Google, I saw that Cicely Tyson had tweeted 5 hours ago.
Dang.
About excited to see my book, #JustAsIam on @Booksmarts in the 2021 Winter Reading Challenge. And then right next to it, you know how Google displays those tweets? Mm-hmm. It's CBS This Morning stating legendary actress Cicely Tyson has died at age 96. It was so weird that it almost made me think that maybe it was another celebrity hoax that,
we can't see, by the way.
There it is. You know what I mean? You see how I'm holding it up for our live stream viewers.
And all respect, dude, I don't think she's tweeting that.
No, I don't think she's tweeting that either. But it was just so weird to see that, though.
Wasn't there? I love Cicely Tyson. Can You Stop the Rain was one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
I just want to know, what is in Betty White's water?
Facts.
She's 99 and still looks good, and Cicely Tyson can't make it past 96.
But Cicely Tyson still look good though.
She still look good.
She still look good.
No. Well, I'm pretty sure she was in a Medea film at friggin' 70 something, looking like she did when she was in what was that, Mama Lee's Family, whatever movie?
Something like that.
The one with Queen Latifah and all them? Something like that?
Queen Latifah's not fat anymore.
She's not. And I love Cicely Tyson's rendition of A Whole New World. That was one of my favorites.
Yep, I remember that.
But it was great.
It was just weird to kind of Google it and see what was going on. And then when you Google celebrities, you always come across something that's just even weirder. I never asked myself this question, and quite honestly, I never tied it together.
Mm-hmm.
Was Cicely Tyson related to Mike Tyson? According to a Twitter handle, it says Cicely Tyson
that's his aunt.
Was Mike Tyson's mother.
No,
that's his aunt.
One tweet said that one post that popped right up at the top of the Google, Cicely Tyson was Mike Tyson's mother.
Yeah, and it also says Ann is also the founder of Tyson Chicken. So, grain of salt, please. Please, Corey. Grain of salt.
You do need salt on the chicken.
You do. Well, some people don't.
No,
or pepper. They just cook it.
No, you do need salt.
It looks like a wet baby.
Sidebar real quick about salt, DA. Mm-hmm. Get ready for your bougie, or get ready for my bougie.
You're always bougie, so go ahead.
Dude, I was going to put this up on Instagram today, but I got busy. But what arrived today is new, DA. You probably have never heard of this. Himalayan pink salt.
I have half a used jar in my cupboard. So
a used jar. You don't buy it where you have to grind it. You cheap some of them.
Oh, so that's the bouginess you're talking about. Yeah, actually, it is in the thing where you have to grind it.
It's already built. No, I bought Himalaya pink salt.
Mine is better.
I bought it where it's coarse, and I bought whole peppercorns, and you have to have your own personal grinder in order to grind it out. And oh my God, Himalaya pink salt for the win, ladies and gentlemen.
So is this
for
a
the win?
metaphorical grinder? Or?
Yeah.
No,
He's used to Grinder. Trust me, I saw the app on his phone. Oh, you use that app Grinder from your phone, Corey? That I saw you using the Grinder app from your phone?
for those of you that are not kitchen enthusiasts, it is an actual real grinder, you boob.
So what the hell is the difference of your Himalayan salt in your little bougie ass bag and mine in a glass grinder? What's the difference?
Number one, mine is fresher. Yours has probably been in that jar for probably 6 weeks, sitting on a store shelf with dust all over it.
Because
When
I learned about
go
Himalayan salt before you.
and grind my Himalayan salt. It is fresh grind. It is gorn, and it's just not yours. Says pink salt from Himalayans. Mine is Himalayan pink salt. See, your salt was just pink when him was laying. Mine is from Himalaya.
My question was, why is he laying?
All right, we got to take a quick break right here, folks. We'll be back on the other side of this for Fat Guy Radio Show on FatGuyRadioShow.com.
Radio Show. They're wacky, they're zany, wacky and zany. It's another wacky and zany show.
Just when you thought it was safe to turn the volume up again, Corey and the guys are back with more.
Welcome back to the show, everyone, everywhere. This portion of the show is brought to you by our friends at Target. Target has featured some amazing winter deals, including a free $30 gift card when you spend $100 on select items, or shop shoes for the entire family with 50% off and up to 25% off home decor. All now at Target.com. Target, expect more, pay less. And welcome back to the show. Whoa. Himalayan and what were you saying, DT, before we went?
Moment's over. It wasn't funny.
Him a standing.
Him a standing. That's DA's pink salt. Him a standing pinks.
Little D off the Facebook for some reason says Heidi Ho Winslow's.
Yeah. Speaking of Hima, I'm glad Little D is there because I'm about to blow up this spot. Little D, Hima sickin'.
Really?
Oh my
God.
god.
He's been a sick ass dude though.
Well, now it's worse than that.
What happened?
DT tried and failed, but he tried to take down one member of the Blaze family with the Rona, and it missed. And now, ladies and gentlemen, my little brother, Little D, down with the Rona, and I'm pissed at how he caught it.
So Little D got the little C.
Little D got the little C.
Oh wow.
So my little brother, and
I don't think we should be calling anything little C, because anytime we start just saying the letter C, it makes me think of Miss C, and that's some bomb cooking with her Himalayan pink salt.
You're right.
And I don't want to get those confused.
Who's a better
So let's just
cook,
call it the
Corey
Rona.
or Miss C?
Miss C.
Okay,
Corey
good.
learned from Miss C.
Okay, good.
He
Answer.
forgot half of it
Yeah.
because it don't taste as good.
I rather eat. I will eat her food any day. I'm not even going to argue that. It's Miss C.
I thought I was gonna make you mad because your ego's fragile.
No, absolutely not. My ego is about as sturdy as your liver is with that beer. So here's the thing, Little D. Unfortunately, my little brother down with the Rona, and we've mentioned it on the show before that he is a frontline worker. He is a truck driver. And I'm
How you
pissed.
the Rona delivering, driving a truck?
This is why I'm pissed. He was moved into, as you know, delivery companies right now are hiring left and right.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And they really need people to move this stuff and basically keep the world spinning right now. So the company that Little D was working for assigned him a trainee driver. And this trainee driver is how he contracted the Rona. Now, I will put this all in alleged because Little D can clear this up when he does return to the show at some point, but it's alleged that she may or may not have, if she was in Washington a couple of weeks ago, maybe would have been part of an event that took place at a very, notable landmark. She may or may not.
It was a she.
Yeah, I already know how he got
Alleged.
it.
Yeah.
It's all alleged. She may or may not have.
He was banging her.
No.
I heard Rona is transferred through the butt.
No,
Yes, it is.
no.
And Little D likes that little A.
He does, but trust me, this one,
Can we not say little A? Because I've Alvin and the Chipmunks and.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, I'll say the whole thing. Little anal.
You know what, DT, with your what we can't say, we might as well end this show now.
Oh shit.
Can we not just do a show?
3326. We could not. We could just not do a show. We can turn off the microphones, keep the cameras on. Everybody just get shirtless. Here's the thing. So Little D was training a new hire in his truck, and
So he was raising the butt hire is what I heard.
he was training a new hire in his truck, and I believe that.
Wait, they were running a train on the new hire?
My
Dang.
God in heaven, can I get it out?
Can you?
Jesus, there's a point when the joke just isn't funny anymore, DJ. What is wrong with you?
DJ took over
tonight?
He took over my spot.
Are you okay tonight? Because you have railroaded. You are not on that big of a delay. What the hell,
DJ,
man?
Read the room, bro. We're being serious. His bro got COVID.
I'm trying
this
to
is
explain
serious.
something. The DJ is just sitting there pissing all over it.
You know what it is? It's just the unprofessionalism. Look, and I've been meaning to tell you about this too. Maybe you should start saying my name before his name in the show.
No, DA, that's
what it is.
No, the show open name is by seniority. It's not by position. DT, are you okay, buddy? You okay, baby boy? What's wrong with you? You of anybody on this show, even better than my little brother, know my rhythm. Are you okay? What's wrong? You all right?
I seen you dance. You got two left feet.
You looking?
I am a little sick and I'm trying to fight through it, so I'm just throwing everything.
He got COVID again. How you get COVID twice? Is that what CO2 is? COVID twice. COVID squared. Write that down, sick boy. Can you smell? Can you smell? No, you can't. What Miss C is cooking.
Shut up, DA.
How did he get COVID twice? I haven't even got it once.
I am just so.
It's not COVID. It's not COVID.
He knows what COVID is now. He knows.
It's not COVID. It's just a stomach bug.
Oh shoot, he got COVID squared.
No, I think I ate something bad the other day. I just been throwing up the last couple of days. That's the only thing that's wrong with me.
Oh, he had the bar M's again. No, I got the bar N's.
But
What's my name?
But does your stomach make you just completely shatter Corey's?
It does.
That's what it does. It makes you regurgitate, destroying Corey's radio science that when he's trying to establish a topic on the show.
We're using science very loosely.
When my stomach hurts, I turn to DA.
Is that what it is?
And my stomach hurts, and I'm still DA. And drinking a beer. I probably shouldn't be. I should be drinking water actually.
And DA turns my stomach, but DT, you gonna be okay? You gonna be all right?
I can't turn that much.
I'll shut up.
You'll muddle through so I could set it up and
I got you.
and finish it.
I won't say
I don't want to go off on you. I'm holding my anger for all something stupid that DA is going to do later on in the show.
It's inevitable. It's going to happen.
I'm sure it's going to happen, and I'm
not even going to get it as bad.
I don't want to waste that energy on you.
Ooh, you're a waste of energy. Damn.
So he had a training. He was training.
So little D on his job, he's a truck driver, and we've established that on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What the hell? Is this the science?
I thought
this is Donald Trump science.
Shut up, DA. DA, you make me get fatter sometimes. Shut the hell up.
I believe it. I see it in your nose.
God damn. I can't get. You know what? This is why I don't even bother doing show prep. Because when I do show prep, I got sexy face, sick Bubbleguts, COVID square over there throwing me off my rhythm, and then I got DA over there whose face alone just turns my stomach, and I don't know where the hell Lady K is tonight.
That's bright.
So nevertheless, little D is a truck driver, and he was training this lady. And on the routes and stuff like that. And I believe that allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly because, this is all hearsay that I'm reporting, but allegedly she may or may not have, not been happy with the way the election turned out in November. She may or may not have, been one of those people that didn't take it seriously. And he may or may not work for an organization that doesn't have a mask mandate. And delivery drivers don't fall under the mask mandate in the county, not a state, in the county, because they don't necessarily classify as customer contact. They don't have contact with customers. So Amazon, even though Amazon recommends it, they don't mandate their delivery drivers to wear masks. FedEx, UPS, because really in all jest, they are just, they're driving around the city. They're jumping out of their door.
That's not smart though, because they have people's packages, and if they sneeze on a package,
well, that's the reason why I do what I do when I get my packages, and I disinfect them, cardboard or not. But little D was pretty much assigned this individual, and she was riding around in his cab of the truck. And I would assume that she was not allegedly a person that was down with masking.
Did little D wear his mask?
Yes. And here's the thing. If you're around someone that has the virus and you have a mask on, the chances of you not getting it drop.
Yeah, but I don't believe he has his mask on.
But you have to. He was in a more than six feet of a commercial truck cab, and you're with her for multiple or even less than multiple days on end. Mm-hmm. And it's just saturated in the air. He wasn't wearing his mask though. His mask, and if so, then that's a mistake on his behalf. Mm-hmm. The problem that pisses
you don't wear condoms. He's not wearing a mask.
What pisses me off about this whole process is that he was unfortunately, due to his job, forced to do something that put him more in harm's way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he also, and we also have a state that is not mandating delivery companies to require masks on their delivery drivers. So if you have someone that's not a masker, or maybe not even, maybe an anti-masker, and there's no policy requiring them to wear a mask, do you think they're going to do it? No, they're not going to do it.
Yeah.
And I've met several people that have that are just like, screw it. I'm not wearing a mask if it's not required. And, I'm gone on record to say that, I believe this is the biggest misstep that, our quote unquote leaders have made by not mandating the most simplistic of things to do, which is wear a mask. And I believe that that's how he contracted it, by being in there and being in close proximity with them. And I know how uncomfortable that would have been, because I would imagine, I've had conversations with little D before, that he wears his mask, he puts his mask on before he gets out of his cab. And when he gets back in his cab, his mask comes off. We talked about how he should position his mask so that the front of the mask he never really comes in contact with it, and all this other stuff. All of that protocol is perfect. I really believe my brother was following all of that protocol.
I can see little D like using his mask as like a measuring cup for his creatine and other crap.
No,
like I don't see him being safe in this environment. I don't.
He took it extremely safe because he's got my nieces that he has to protect as well. He can't breathe. He's freaking hunkered down in a fifth bedroom in his house.
And he can't log in?
No, because he's weak. I'm not going to make him put out what little energy he has to do a show tonight. No way.
I'm weak on the radio, too. You make me come on this motherfucker every Thursday.
Hey, I'm not going to lie, though. When I had the rid, it was, you didn't want to do anything.
No.
What did you call it?
The rid. Because it rid you of everything in your body.
But it pisses me off that my little brother got this because of on his job. And I've said it before that these companies are putting profits over people, and they always have. And this is a result of it. Now, luckily, my little brother is in top physical condition. He is the complete opposite of me when it comes to his health and his physician. And for those of you that are Afterburn Elite members, you know what top physical condition he's in.
Yeah, he gets naked every single time he has a chance.
Every time. And the other day, he and I were texting back and forth because he was trying to do something on his computer, and he was sending me pictures. And in the background of all of his pictures, he we family. He wasn't, fully dressed. And I'm like, "Little bro, be careful when you be taking pictures and sending them because, those screens show reflections, you douche." But
he don't care.
He doesn't care. But nevertheless, I told him that his top physical condition and him working out all the time and him going to the gym and working out, besides the fact that DT never, really set up and went with him. But we're not going to dwell on that. But he is healthy and
that fool is hella far.
He does.
He
and
never
even
wanted
further
to come
now.
up here. He wanted me to go all the way to Buckeye.
Well, you were the one begging to get on his routine, so you should drive to him.
You know what, DA? You just pile on.
No,
I do. I do. I like to eat.
No, I did, and then I told him we can meet somewhere in the middle, but he wanted me to come all the way to Buckeye.
Yeah,
I'm not driving all the way out to Buckeye. It's cool.
But all of his working out, all of his bird eating, the fact that his waist is like he can actually fit into those pants that have the 2 and the 8 on them. He's a little guy and he's healthy, and that's what's going to get him over this, and come out on the other end. One of the reasons why DT was able to come out on the other side of this as well, because they're physically fit and rather healthy. If I get my fat ass is, you gone.
What did you say his pants have?
He can. I think he wears like a 28-inch.
Oh, a 2 and an 8.
A 2 and an 8. What did you think I said?
I don't know. What size pants do you wear? Does it say a parachute?
Take 2 and 8 and times it by 7. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break right here. And on the other side of this, more fun and more thrills right here on FatGuyRadioShow.com.
Wearing a mask every time that you are out in public, even if you do not feel sick, is critical to slowing the spread of COVID-19. It's important to wear and care for your mask properly. Your mask should fit snugly and fully cover your nose and mouth. When you take off your mask, avoid touching your face. Store it in a plastic bag when it's not in use, and be sure to wash your hands or use hand sanitizer before and after touching your mask. Let's all do our part to slow the spread of COVID-19. Mask up, Arizona. To stop the spread of infectious diseases, we all need to do our part. When you feel sick, stay home. Avoid going to work, school, or social events. One infected person can spread germs to many other people. Stay home and rest when you are sick. Your friends will thank you, your coworkers will thank you, your classmates will thank you. Do your part, stay healthy, but if you are sick, stay at home. To stop the spread of infectious diseases, we all need to do our part. Wash your hands after coughing or sneezing, using the bathroom, and before and after preparing or eating food. Wash your hands for at least 20 seconds with soap and water. If soap and water aren't available, use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Washing your hands is important because it gets rid of germs and helps prevent them from spreading. Do your part. Wash your hands thoroughly and often.
Sometimes we're funny, sometimes we suck.
You're listening to Fat Guy Radio Show.
Welcome back to the show, everybody, everywhere. This portion of the show is brought to you by our friends at Home Depot. Shop the Home Depot by starting at FatGuyRadioShow.com. The Home Depot, how doers get more done. Welcome back to the show, everybody. For those of you that are just joining us on our live stream, I'm your host, Corey Blaze. That's Daniel D. Tay, Mocha Cub Taylor there.
Was good.
And that's Doug the DA, Andrew.
Holla.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a quick hit segment here, ladies and gentlemen. We got a new segment for you folks here in the new year. We're trying to bring something new to you to keep the show fresh and keep the show running. And what I love about this segment is that it combines a couple of our favorite things. It combines my love of cooking, it combines DA's love of eating, and it combines DT's love of Corey recording over-track vocals in the studio. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the new segment, Corey in the Kitchen.
Go into the kitchen and we're gonna be cooking. Go into the kitchen and we're gonna be cooking. Corey's in the kitchen, let's eat.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, for Corey in the Kitchen's recipe, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking pulled pork stuffed cornbread. Pulled pork stuffed cornbread. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to require some milk, some salted butter, melted, 2 large eggs, some all-purpose flour, yellow cornmeal, cup of sugar, tablespoon of baking powder, 1 tablespoon of salt, non-stick cooking spray for greasing, of course, pulled pork, barbecue sauce for serving, and coleslaw. And for those of you that are listening on audio, if you go to our video replay, you will see the recipe being displayed up on the screen. What we're going to do with this, ladies and gentlemen, is that we're going to preheat our oven to 350 degrees. In a medium bowl, whisk together your milk, butter, eggs until combined. One note, in a separate bowl, I like to suggest this. You want to whisk your eggs and break them up just a little bit because it will help distribute the yolk and the white eggs a little bit more evenly in your finished batter. Also, in another separate medium bowl, take your flour, cornmeal, sugar, baking powder, salt, mix that together to combine. Using a stand mixer or just adding your wet ingredients into your dry, combine the whisk everything together. Now, using a muffin tin, hit it with some non-stick spray. Now, here's a point for all of you that add oil in your recipe to when you're using non-cooked spray. If you are using vegetable oil in your ingredients for your recipe, use a vegetable oil spray. If you're using olive oil in your recipe, use an olive oil spray. Trust me, using different oils can affect the final taste. So take your fully combined batter now and put a little bit in the bottom of your muffin tins. Take some of your pulled pork, how much or how little you ever want, and you just want to make sure that you leave enough room for the batter to expand when cooking. Top with pulled pork, and then a little more batter. Take your batter, the leftover batters, and put a little bit more over the top so you're really completely, fully covering up the pulled pork. And everybody has like that pulled pork that's kind of left over. You can also add cheese at the top at this point if you want. I prefer it without cheese because cheese has an additional salt level in it, and we've already have salt in the butter, and we have salt in the batter, and we have salt also in the butter. So I would avoid adding cheese at this point. Bake the muffins in the oven for about 25 minutes or until the tops spring back when touched. I like to use my grandmother's approach. When the brown ring appears around the edge of the cornbread, that's when it's perfectly done. It's a little over and a little under. Remove the muffins from the tin and either place the muffin on top of your coleslaw, or you can top the muffin with coleslaw and then you drizzle your favorite barbecue sauce on it. Now, here's a few notes that I would like to give to the Corey take, that when you want to make sure that your pulled pork, when you do have a pulled pork shoulder, you get one with a nice fat cap on top of it. And whenever you cook pulled pork, which is the pork shoulder, always cook it with the fat on top. If you put it in your slow cooker, make sure that the fat part is on the top. What's going to happen is that while it cooks, all that fat is going to melt down into your meat, and that flavor is going to make your pulled pork sing. I like to mix a little sweet with my pork shoulder, so I sprinkle a little bit of brown sugar when I'm preparing my pork shoulder. Now, for the coleslaw, people are like thinking coleslaw, you know, where do you get coleslaw? Yeah, you could buy it already pre-made, but don't shy away from the bagged coleslaw and the pre-mixed coleslaw dressing that you can find in the salad dressing aisle at your local grocery store. What I love about that and why I do it is because you can control how wet or how dry your coleslaw is when you buy the coleslaw and the coleslaw dressing separately. I like it this way because you sometimes you get a KFC coleslaw. KFC coleslaw is very, very wet, and sometimes that just sogs stuff down on your plate. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you get a chance, try the pulled pork stuffed cornbread muffins. I'll also mention to you that there are other meat options that you can do. You can do it with shredded chicken or turkey, but here's the key: dark meat only. White meat will dry the hell out in a cornbread muffin. You want meat that has a high fat content or some nice marbling. You don't want to go with a white meat of a chicken or white meat of a turkey, and no steak. You would think maybe cubing up a leftover steak and putting it in there. No steak. Steak has a lower fat content. Again, you're looking for the fat content. Also, I would avoid making this in a large portion of serving. Utilize the little muffin cups. If you make it sometimes how you normally make hot water cornbread, or how you normally make cornbread, you make it in a square or you make it in a round tin and it's large, and then you cut the servings from that. I would avoid doing that. This particular recipe is something that you really want to keep in the cup size. It makes for great leftovers. Just toss it in the microwave for a couple of minutes covered, and then top it with coleslaw, your barbecue sauce, and boom. And if you want, in your batter, you can even add some whole kernel sweet corn into your batter. Or here's one that I'm sure Detail would love to kick it up a notch: in your corn batter, some diced up jalapenos, and that'll just take it over the top. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is pulled pork stuffed corn muffins, our new segment for Corey in the kitchen. Boys, what say you?
I don't know what marbling is.
Marbling is when you have meat and you have meat and you have fat. That are the meat and the fat is mixed within the cut of meat. That's what you call marbling.
I give it 2 thumbs up.
If
you had the jalapenos.
3 thumbs if you have the jalapenos.
I'm torn because I tried to stop eating pork.
Okay, well, you can go with chicken or you can go with turkey. You just have to go with the dark meat. Don't try it with the dry meat.
But
with the white
pork sounds amazing in it.
But you seen his wife. He only liked the white meat.
Exactly. And she's a marbled meat.
There you got it, DA. There you go. All right, we're going to go on that. Take a really quick hit break right here, folks, and we'll be right back on the other side of this. You're listening to Fat Guy Radio Show on FatGuyRadioShow.com.
Wearing a mask every time that you are out in public, even if you do not feel sick, is critical to slowing the spread of COVID-19. It's important to wear and care for your mask properly. Your mask should fit snugly and fully cover your nose and mouth. When you take off your mask, avoid touching your face. Store it in a plastic bag when it's not in use, and be sure to wash your hands or use hand sanitizer before and after touching your mask. Let's all do our part to slow the spread of COVID-19. Mask up, Arizona. To stop the spread of infectious diseases, we all need to do our part. When you feel sick, stay home. Avoid going to work, school, or social events. One infected person can spread germs to many other people. Stay home and rest when you are sick. Your friends will thank you, your coworkers will thank you, your classmates will thank you. Do your part, stay healthy, but if you are sick, stay at home. To stop the spread of infectious diseases, we all need to do our part. Wash your hands after coughing or sneezing, using the bathroom, and before and after preparing or eating food. Wash your hands for at least 20 seconds with soap and water.
What's on your mind? We'd really like to hear.
Now, back to Fat Guy Radio Show on the BDB Radio Network, featuring Corey Blaze.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Fat Guy Radio Show. This portion of the show is brought to you by our Afterburn bonus show. Boy, bonus!
I'm loving it.
Here to tell us about the bonus show is the purple one himself, Doug the D.A. Andrew.
Do you like us getting to the nitty gritty of talking?
You're such a hack. You do know that, right?
Do you like us just getting straight into it, jumping right in it with 2 feet on the ground? You want to hear me cuss out Corey like every chance I get? Because I hold it in for so long and I only have 1 month or 1 day a month to bust all in them. Then you need to get Afterburn. For $3, you can listen with your ears. For $8, you can listen with your ears and your eyes. And just this month is one of the better shows that we've ever done. I'll remember it once it gets released. I'm going to be like, oh, yeah, that was funny. I always do. I listen back and I'm like, yo, this is good.
FatGuyRadioShow.com.
I'm still going. It's way better than this show. Way better. When I say this one doesn't hold a candle, that's an understatement. Electricity wasn't even invented when this show is going on. However, FatGuyRadioShow.com / what is it? Afterburn. Burn somebody you love.
That was DT's guts right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, FatGuyRadioShow.com / Afterburn. Can we talk a little bit of movie TV?
I haven't watched either, but let's do it.
No, this isn't something that you're going to watch because these are things that aren't out yet.
Oh, cool.
Oh, okay.
It's like trailer talk, but it's not.
Right. This is called reboot talk, ladies and gentlemen. Boys, my boys. This reboot turned my stomach into DT's guts.
Oh.
They are planning on rebooting the 1992 movie. Let me get a sounder up for this.
1992.
The 1992 movie, The Bodyguard.
Question.
Answer.
Who is Kevin Costner going to guard? Because Whitney Houston's dead.
If Whitney Houston is DED dead, and you know what they say?
They can cast the daughter.
Well, you know what they she's dead too. You know what they say about the people that are dying. You know, people are dying these days and ain't died before. Here's where this is where this goes off the rails and why I'm not on board for this. And boys, you can tell me how you feel about this.
Mm-hmm.
The Bodyguard, which starred the late great Whitney Houston and Kevin Costner. The reboot is rumored to star Channing Tatum as the Kevin Costner character Frank Farmer, and this deserves a timpani, and Cardi motherfucking B as the Whitney Houston character Rachel Marone.
Okay. Like, is that the name of the characters from the first movie?
The name of Frank Farmer and Rachel Marone. Marin.
I get it. I understand what they're doing now.
Please, because I don't.
Thank you for saying those two names, because now I get it. So what's happening is we're in the age of female Ghostbusters. So Cardi B's going to be bodyguarding Channing Tatum.
They're gonna switch the roles, dude.
Got it.
Leave this movie, Warner Brothers. Leave this movie alone. Leave this cult classic alone.
Why?
We don't need another bodyguard. That movie still holds up till this day. Jesus loves me. Oh, yes, he does. Come on now.
When you said 1992 remake, I thought you were talking about this movie. Gentlemen, I'm not going to say the name on air. Ladies and gentlemen, listeners, Google Space Movie 1992. Gentlemen, do it right now on your vagina phones. This is the movie I thought you were talking about. They're remaking.
Is it Spaceballs?
Go ahead. Don't. Yeah. Just Space Movie 1992.
Yeah, you can't say that on the air. You can't say that on the air.
That when you said 1992 remake, I was like, wow.
All right, ladies. Wait, hold. Adults only. This is adults only. Kids, no. Under 18, no. Even though I just said no, now they're doing it.
But I was like,
what
in this climate? in this climate? Really?
I mean, you could get Tyler the Creator. Tyler Perry, Tyler the Creator, and Tyler Perry.
Oh no, I didn't.
Earl Sweatshirt.
How did I not know that movie existed? Little D, get off your phone. Little D,
I would think you would be in it.
It's only 26 minutes long. I wouldn't be able to get all the way in the frame in 26 minutes.
Why does it have a 6 rating from IMDb?
Because that was the highest the scale went to at the time.
Wow.
Is this on Netflix?
This can't be on Netflix.
52% says it's a 10.
There is no way that movie is on Netflix. And ladies and gentlemen, yes, we are talking in code because we cannot say the title of this movie on the air. We cannot.
I can, and I will in 5.
DA already got us suspended for 1 week at the beginning of the year. We don't need to happen again, so don't say it. But how do you feel about The Bodyguard being rebooted and possibly starring Channing Tatum and Okur?
Okay, let me go first because I have the least to say about this.
Please.
I haven't seen the original Bodyguard.
Okay.
I know, big
Are you
surprise.
serious?
I haven't seen the Bodyguard.
It's got black people in it.
Kind of. Who's the main character?
Hold on.
Whitney.
My question is, how did you not see The Bodyguard, but you sat through Dances with Wolves and what is that movie with the baseball field?
Indian in the
Field
Cupboard?
of Dreams.
I don't know what Dances with Wolves is. Every day I go out in this white world, I dance with wolves. So my life is Dances with Wolves.
So exactly. So it's obviously you've seen the movie. You know the whole purpose.
I haven't seen it. It's about.
Anyways, just naming Kevin Costner movies, bro.
Oh, see, I don't even know those.
His stomach flu is making his jokes fly over our heads.
No, his stomach flu is making his jokes like Corey's. So the thing is,
I'm glad your camera works.
If they're gonna remake the movie, at least change the names, because I don't know what happened in the first movie, but I'm sure they didn't age backwards. I'm sure Kevin Costner didn't turn into a hunky 30-year-old actor
that starred in that stripper boy movie.
And look, Channing Tatum is a good actor, honestly, for what it's worth.
I feel like they already remade a Bodyguard movie called Man on Fire.
Denzel. I saw that one.
I don't want them to redo this. Number one,
why?
I think that there are certain movies that they need to take the Marvel approach to. And what I say by the Marvel approach is that Marvel movies, once an actor is established in a character, that actor plays that character all the way through. If that actor passes away, God rest his soul, Chadwick Boseman, then the character also passes away in the movies. I don't don't want. This is a movie. The Bodyguard is a cult classic. I don't believe it needs or it calls for a remake. The movie is still prevalent, even if you watch it today. Sure, it's in 4:3 squared frame, but nevertheless, it's in 1992. And around Christmas time, I still will find out where The Bodyguard is and watch it around the holidays. It doesn't need to be remade. And yes, Channing Tatum is a great actor in his own right, and Cardi B is whoppy, and that's, you know, like that's that they have their own genres. Let them stay there. I don't want to see a modern day adaptation of a cult classic. That would be like if they tried to remake The Goonies, or if they came back and, I mean, look how when they did Ghostbusters 3.0, how big of a flop that was because your horsewoman was in it.
What?
First of all, they should remake The Goonies. That would be freaking dope. Second of all,
Okay,
they're
maybe.
actually coming out with another Ghostbusters, and I'm happy what they're doing with that one. It's actually the grandkids of the originals. And then third of all, your Marvel approach is very flawed because, one, the Marvel approach was able to do, for the most part, I'm going to preface that, for the most part, keep the same actors and actresses for the same roles because they were made so close together. Second of all, they did replace a guy, Rhodes, who is now played by Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle was originally played by Terrence Howard.
Okay.
So,
Well, I say, okay, so I'm not deep into it, and I'm sorry that I stirred up the bucket of nerdnicks when I said Marvel, but the theory in itself is there. Would you not give me the theory, DJ?
I give you the theory.
Thank you.
Now, what I would say is a remake for The Bodyguard wouldn't be horrible if they got believable characters. If they were to get, like, say, a Zendaya to play Whitney Houston's role, and then a more believable male role, no one's believing Channing Tatum's going to be freaking protecting anybody. He's not very believable. But if you were to get, let me see, who's a hunky white guy? Chris Hemsworth. Thor.
I'm glad you said that.
If you were to get Thor to be the Kevin Costner's role, you know what I mean? Or if he's too handsome, if he's too handsome, you want someone more with a dad bod.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
No, he's hunky. He's hunky.
He's hunky, but he's not super buff. Kevin Costner wasn't super buff either. But I feel like those would be more a more believable dichotomy of roles rather than a Magic Mike freaking Channing Tatum, who pretty much lost all credibility when it comes to action films after doing that. Like, his last action film was the second Kingsman. That was a horrible film, first of all.
Oh, no, it wasn't. It wasn't
Yes, it
bad.
was. I haven't even seen it. I'm just going off.
I was going to say, you're a hater.
I haven't seen it. The first one was great, though. But if you were to get him and like someone like Leonardo or Chris Hemsworth, but like, and then Cardi B's she's not delicate enough to be that diva that you needed. You know what I mean? Because Whitney Houston wasn't like Gully in the first Bodyguard.
I like where you're going with it, but I think that my problem on this alleged reboot or rumored reboot, I just don't want the story rebooted. I don't think it needs to be rebooted. I mean, there are some dynamic actors that you could possibly put in the role that would make the roles more believable, but this is just one that I think needs to go in the vault and let it lie. It was a dynamic movie at the time. We don't need to put a modern day spin on it because there was rumors that they were trying to, the script writers were trying to factor in, more social media kind of stuff, more modern day stuff. No, I want it to be the sister that's betraying the sister, and they kill him try to kill him at the cabin.
You know what needs a reboot though? It's a cult classic, and I'm probably gonna get ran through the rails for this, but I don't care. What we need is a modern day black Breakfast Club.
Clubhouse.
I don't remember Breakfast Club that well. I remember seeing
Molly
it.
Ringwald,
I don't.
Emilio Estevez.
Yeah,
all them.
I don't remember it very well.
It's a great movie. It was just about 6 teens in detention, and it was a great movie. I feel like they should do a remake with a black cast.
That'd be interesting.
I feel like with today's climate and today's day and age, I feel like that would be very well received.
I won't write that off. I just don't remember that movie very well. I just don't like the storyline. It's iconic. Maybe I'm taking it personal because Whitney Houston is no longer with us. I don't know. I don't want to see Channing Tatum. I don't want to see Cardi B in the movie of The Bodyguard with the storyline or whatever. I don't want to see that. Another thing that is coming out this weekend that is supposed to hit on the network that makes fat housefrows cry, known as the Lifetime Network, the Wendy Williams biopic. Wendy Williams has a biopic coming out. It's titled Wendy Williams, What a Mess. And on top of that, a second Wendy Williams movie starring Sierra Payton is airing the same day on the same Fat Housefrau crying network, Lifetime. We already know Wendy Williams is a mess. Why do we need a Lifetime movie?
My question is, why are they doing it all over again? Didn't they just release one like a year and a half ago? And aren't they releasing another one? I just saw the trailer for it.
Does she need more money?
Godzilla versus King Kong?
Yeah, and Godzilla versus King Kong was the Wendy Williams biopic of her left boob versus her right boob. I mean, that's exactly what was going on. We've seen it. We know Wendy Williams was, or maybe still is, a crackhead. We know that. She said it. We don't need to know the fact that she. This is wasteful. Okay, is this the pandemic where we're just coming up with stupid television ideas? Is this what's happening? We've run out of ideas, so we're going to people like Wendy Williams, a daytime rag talk show host that was former radio. And she made it to the right bed, or she made it to the right casting couch to get to where she is? Is that where we are now?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so.
I don't get it. It's the Wendy Williams biopic. It's coming out this weekend. I'm not going to look in because I don't have Lifetime. I've never had any interest in having Lifetime. We already know. And DA, what were you gonna say about Wendy Williams?
Oh no, I was gonna say she's building up hype for it because she was on the radio talking about how she has sex with Method Man.
Well, she's such a disaster. Why?
Yeah.
I mean,
it wasn't a good look.
This is what happens, folks, when sister girl up the street in the ghetto gets an opportunity. This is what happens when you're driving by them on the road and you say, man, all they need is just a chance. This is what happens when you give a hood rat a chance.
That's called.
Well, it's either this or they get a movie reboot from a 1992 movie that they have no reason being in.
Exactly, one or the other. And then there was a Salt and Pepper biopic that was released last week. With Salt and Pepper biopic that was released last week that has come under fire because I guess
wasn't that Rachel Ray?
No, during the
oh yeah, you're right. She's white. She
Salt and Pepper.
It was
Pepper. Himalayan salt.
Him a standing now. And according to my little brother with the COVID, him a dying. The Salt and Pepper biopic released last week, and it allegedly snubbed. I don't know who this person is, but
Spinderella, their DJ.
Yeah, it allegedly snubbed Spinderella, and I'm like, well, Salt and Pepper. I love back in the day. They were the hottest thing. I used to bump to them in my Walkman. But what has Salt and Pepper done recently? You know what I mean? Why are we doing a bio? Why is there a biopic on them now? Do they have a new album coming out? What's going on?
Nah, there was a biopic of who was it? New Edition not that long ago.
Yeah, like that was a waste of time too.
They're just going off. They're just making money on after NWA came out with their own pick. Everyone else is now doing these biopics.
Is that who started it?
I feel like after it ended up, actually, you know what? The original biopic that I remember, and this is way back in the day, the Jackson 5 movie.
Oh,
you killed Mr. Rat.
Been the two of us, we look no more.
Yeah, that was my joint.
We found what we're both looking for.
That was sad, right?
I only cried for 2 rats in my life. Ben and Ratatouille. I scratched that. 3 rats. Master Splinter got me 2.
Master Splinter got you. I cried for 4 rats. He's no longer the president. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time that we have for you today. My apologies to Justin Bieber. We just plumb ran out of time. Let me quickly remind you about the Fat Guy Radio Show swag merch store. Now with more, open at FatGuyRadioShow.com/store. When you buy a t-shirt through our swag merch store, your purchase supports our small, independently owned business. FatGuyRadioShow.com/store. Drop us a letter, comment, or question anytime to FatGuyRadioShow@gmail.com or send a gift. We love surprises to Box 41506, Phoenix, Arizona 85080. We're also on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Twitch. Look us up, follow, subscribe, and share. Tell everybody you know about the show, and when you do, through your mask, tell them they'll make you laugh or depress the hell out of you, but you won't know until you listen. For Daniel Taylor,
What's good?
Doug the DA Andrew,
Holla.
and my little brother DJ Little COVID D in absentia.
Yeah, buddy.
I've been Corey Blaze with our show mantra, skinny people. Fat people already know they're fat, so stop reminding us. We're all stronger together. See you at the top. Good night.
Hello.